What is going on, everyone? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. So on this video, we are going to be talking about Bitcoin, guys. So as you could see, there is extreme fear right now in the market. So this actually just came out 3 minutes ago, while Bitcoin is sitting at 41,502. So the market right now, guys, it is blood red. People are panicking, like, this indication right here saying extreme fear. And the reason being is because Bitcoin is approaching a major support area. I tweeted this, a few days ago, saying, 40 is actually the line in the sand. This is actually not the tweet, so I got to find it. But I tweeted like just a few days ago saying that 40K is actually the line in the sand. While it was around like 43, there it is right here, 40K. So this was on June the 5th. I'm sorry, January the 5th. I put 40K is the major area of support for Bitcoin. If that area holds, we should be good. So, everybody portfolio is seeing a dip. And this is what, cryptocurrency is about, guys. There is extreme volatility, as, some of these cryptos could really moon and you can make a lot of money. There is the risk of you also losing some money as well, too. And this is why I always try to preach to people and let them know, hey, it is okay to take some profits, because if you're able to take some profits at the, at when it's in the green, during times like this, you could say, hey, some of the profits that I, saved up, now it's time for me to be able to purchase some of my favorite crypto asset to be able to load up the bag a little bit more. So as for me, I am not buying any dips yet until I actually see 40K confirm. So if 40K does not confirm, we could see a washout, like a quick washout to like 35K ish, and followed by 30. Right now is uncertainty. So the only thing that we could do now is just watch. Um, you know, if it does break 40K, we could this could turn into a bear market. But a lot to come, guys. I don't think I'm still optimistic. I don't think it is gonna break, but I'm just gonna show you guys the signs for it, just in case you don't know, what to expect. So right here, if we look at Coin Market Cap here, again, Bitcoin just down so far. Last 10 days down 10.77%. All the other one, Ethereum. So all the top 20 assets besides looks like Chainlink is actually up 31% during this downward trend for all these other, but overall everything across the board is red. So if we take a look here, guys, so this is the chart for Bitcoin, and this is how I'm just going to point it out to you guys, so that way you guys can understand what I'm seeing and how I'm able to analyze these plays. So first things first, anytime that you're trying to find support resistance, you need to use a line chart. People who try to find support resistance versus using a candle, my opinion, they have no clue of what they're doing, because you're not going to be able to see support resistance clearly without the line chart. You add the candles whenever you're trying to do entries, but as far as drawing support and resistance, you need a line chart. And the good thing about the line chart, especially for Bitcoin, it does conform pretty nicely. Because if you could take a look here at this run up, this line right here was the prior to the breakout that it had in 2011. I'm sorry, 2021. This was the top. It broke the top right here, as you can see here. If I get this going. All right, it broke the top right here, broke out. So once it breaks out, it's trying to find an area of resistance. So it kept going. So eventually it topped off at right around like 61,000. So just giving you guys just a quick timeline of how everything played out. So after it topped off at 61,000, and we started getting this this drop right here. So we got the drop prior, this line right here was the prior support. So once it comes back, guess what it happened? It bounced off of it. There it is right here. See if I can zoom in a little bit. Oops. So it came out right here. I'm zooming in for you guys. And I made a video around this part, exactly the day that it was at 29,000. So if you want to check out the video to understand my thought process back then, but this is just a quick recap of what happened. So it broke down right here, then quickly recovered. So guess what area that it was at? It was right around the same area. So this same little support area that it had this bounce from is the same area that Bitcoin came down on and had a rebound. So like I said, it is like support resistance. I don't hear nobody say. I view technical analysis more than fundamentals, because at the end of the day, the company or whatever could have the best fundamentals, but if it's not conforming to the chart, it's it's pretty much a dud. So here's Bitcoin again. It had the bounce, then had the spike, broke past prior resistance, all-time resistance, and it kind of did like this, like a false break. This is pretty much a short trap. Over here, it did a bull trap, because a bull trap is, thinking that it's going to keep going higher. It sucked in all the buyers. Then after that, it had a downward trend. So this is where we're at. So the reason why 40K is so significant is because 40K, when it was going to the top the first time, it had it had the pullback right around 40K. So right at this area, had the pullback, then finally broke it. Now, when it was coming back down, it cracked 40, but guess where it retested it? It retested the same area at 40. Tried it again at 40, couldn't do it. Then finally it went back down to the 30K support. It bounced off the 30K support. Then it bust through 40K again. Came back down, bust through it again. And on the retest, it came back and it retested 40K again. So this is what you call, a confluent, pretty much a confluent pattern, where the top, and I could just show you guys. So this is what a confluent is. So if it's going on the top, boom, then it finally comes back down. And if it comes back down to the same line area and it bounces off, this area right here, this area right here would make it confluent. So it's kind of like, touching that same area at this, on couple different parts on the charts. Time frame is touching it. So we had it that it was touching it here back in January 7th, 2021. It touched it again here in May 2021. It touched it again here on June 13, 2021. And you have it come back here, and it touched it again September 21st. So now this is what we're going to see. This is what I want to see in order for Bitcoin to have a recovery, to be able to go, test the all-time highs again. This is what we want to see. We want to see if we have, so it's approaching the 40 like this. So we want to see it actually come and test it and bounce off of it. If it comes back a second time and test it, That's fine, as long as if it holds. Then once that happened, we want to see a higher low. So this low right here would be higher than this low. Once we see a higher low and it actually breaks past the prior bounce point, then this would be great areas to be able to have entries on Bitcoin. In my opinion, and again, this is not financial advice, this would be the great, good areas to be able to jump in at, and you could have your risk set for the 40K line. That is my plan. Now, what we don't want to see, for Bitcoin is we don't want to see it crack below the 40K mark and try to bounce back, followed by rejection. Because if that happened, that means Bitcoin is still heavy. You have more sellers. If it keeps trying to bounce back and it's keep, kind of getting swatted down, then we're going to see Bitcoin probably go down to the next area of support. And this is how Bitcoin trades, guys. It trades pretty much from support to resistance. Support to resistance, whether it's support, to resistance between 40 and 50, 30 and 40, like it trades between support resistance. But yeah, if it does crack 40, and it does not reclaim it, then what we could see is a bearish market, guys. So it could potentially go down to the 30 mark. Let's say 30 was right here, maybe have a bounce, and it could hover between 30 to 40 for months, or days, depending, even if there's like a catalyst that come out. But yeah, so that's just my thoughts and opinion about it, guys. So as far as Bitcoin goes, we just have to wait and see how it reacts. Like I said, hopefully we see a bounce off of this line here. So it's actually 47, so 761, 4761. That's the area that I have my line drawn at, and and that's the area that it constantly, that we see a bounce off of it. So hopefully this makes sense to you guys. Nothing for you to panic about. As long as it stays above, that area, we should be good. But if it falls below, then the next area of support would be right around 30. And hopefully we don't see that again. But this is Random Arts signing off. Peace.